Hi everyone. In this video, I'm going to walk you through my summer internship experience at Onix Networking Corporation, where I worked as a data engineer intern. This internship taught me more than I expected. I worked on real client projects, used Google Cloud, built data pipelines, and learned what it's actually like working in the cloud space. Let's start with a bit about Onix. Onix was been around since 1992 and are now one of the top partners for Google Cloud Platform. Their main focus is helping large companies move their data and systems to the cloud. This includes data migration, modernization, and even AI-based solutions. I worked in their cloud delivery department, which is basically the team that gets into the nitty-gritty of moving enterprise data from old systems to the cloud and then making sure everything works better and faster in that new setup. So, my role was data engineer intern, and honestly, it wasn't one of those watch and learn type of internships. I was actually doing real stuff, writing code, working with client data, fixing bugs, and it was really exciting and a bit intimidating at first, but I got to learn a lot. So, jumping on to my roles and responsibilities, the project I worked on was for a big retail client in the US, and they had this massive system built on premises using the Teradata database for all their data transformations. The goal was to move everything to Google Cloud, and I was part of the team making that happen. My main job was converting those BTEC scripts of Teradata into the BigQuery SQL scripts, but it wasn't just copy paste logic. It involved real understanding the business rules behind the code and rewriting it in a new way that made sense in BQ. And apart from writing transformation logic, I helped design data pipelines, basically how the data moved from point A to point B in the cloud. I also tested the pipelines, fixed bugs, and optimized performance where I could. One thing I really liked was that my work actually mattered. The pipelines I built were used by clients' internal team to make business decisions. Then there were many career opportunities that I saw at Onyx. There are so many roles like cloud architect, data engineer, DevOps, machine learning engineer, and they are not just titles. People were doing real work with real impact. And you know what the best part was? The skills are very easily transferable. Once you know cloud fundamentals and how to work with tools like BigQuery, you can work across industries, finance, health, retail, and anything. Another thing I noticed was how fast everything is changing. Every week there is some new tool, some update. So if you are someone who enjoys constantly learning, this space is super exciting. Also seeing how my mentors at Onyx had grown in their careers from junior engineers to solution architect in just a few years was really inspiring. The growth opportunities in the field are solid as they are also expanding and creating very magnificent solutions for artificial intelligence, which is the most booming field in today's tech world. Now coming to how all the credits that I earned at CSU Eastway helped me prepare for this internship. So, courses like data structures and algorithms, especially the database management system, it gave me fundamentals to understand how data flows, how to write clean SQLs, and how to optimize queries. But yes, also one of the game changer I would say was cloud computing course that I took with Professor Lin Rui. We used Google Cloud in labs, did mini projects using BigQuery, Cloud Functions, and even worked with service accounts and permissions. That course made me way more confident going into the internship. Group projects at CSU Eastway also taught me how to work in teams. Things like using GitHub, dealing with team deadlines, and dividing responsibilities made a huge difference in how smoothly I could work during the internship. Now about, even though I learned a lot in this internship, I also find areas where I needed to improve. So for starters, I didn't get a chance to explore real time streaming during the internship. Tools like Kafka, PubSub, or Dataflow are things I definitely want to get hands on with soon. Also, I want to get better at administration side of Google Cloud, stuff like managing service accounts, roles, and security best practices. These are super important, especially when you are deploying to production. Lastly, cloud security is an area I plan to dig deeper into, with things like GDPR and HIPAA compliance is a big deal, especially when handling sensitive data. So, also in Onyx, I really saw that there is a lot of future growth and many opportunities that I can get, about which I have also talked earlier. But yeah, these were the things that I needed more exposure into. Few advanced Google Cloud features and administration, some real time data pipeline development, and also some security and compliance best practices. Again, mm, I did code, but I also attended client calls, fixed urgent issues, explained my work to non tech teams, and even documented the best practices for the client's future use. But the biggest shock was how steep the initial learning curve was. I'll be honest, I struggled a lot in first 2 weeks. So many tools, so many acronyms, and everything moved so fast. But once I got used to it, things really started making sense, and I learned how to debug better, how to look up the right documents, and when to ask for help. So, concluding everything and looking back at my summer, I think my summer was the best time I spent with Onyx. This internship was honestly one of the best learning experience I've ever had. I got to work on meaningful projects. I improved my technical and also my soft skills, and it was really grateful to be a part of some professional tech team. It confirmed for me that cloud computing and data engineering is what I really want to pursue. Again, there is just something really satisfying about building systems that move and transform data, and then seeing those systems help businesses making their decisions. So I I hope this gave you a better picture of the whole journey I had in my internship. And yeah, thanks everyone.